Nestled comfortably in the center of the Idaho Panhandle, the Silver Valley region is steeped in a rich mining history that dates back into the late 1800s. The mountains that surround this area are still filled with silver and gold. Since the 1880s, people traveled west to mine these rich hills. As mining corporations began to build sophisticated operations during this economic boom, the towns of Wallace, Osborne, and Kellogg began to spread across the valley floor. As generations of families built their lives and helped dig for metals that would allow a country to prosper, a patriotic and proud group of hard-working Americans shined brightly. Until the early 1980s, the looming smokestacks of the Bunker Hill smelter spewed a toxic lead cloud that lingered over the valley floor. While many Northwest families owe their fortunes to these mineral-rich hills, many others have suffered severe illnesses. In the 1970s, the highest levels of lead ever recorded in humans took its toll. In 1982, the Environmental Protection Agency declared the 21 square miles around the old Bunker Hill lead smelter the second largest Superfund site in the nation. After the fall of the smelter towers, mining companies in the region transferred their assets overseas and declared bankruptcy, while leaving behind a huge cleanup bill. Now, the true colors of Idaho's mining past is finally being revealed. Sediments contaminated with lead, cadmium, arsenic, and zinc have spread far outside the original Superfund site. The proposed cleanup encompasses up to 1,500 square miles, which dwarfs any attempt made by the EPA. Today, thousands of old tunnels and tailings piles continue to leak heavy metals into the rivers with each rain or flood. The need for health care in the medically underserved Silver Valley may be long overdue. While a lawsuit recovered millions of dollars for some families, few other adults and children have been compensated for their contaminated-related illnesses.
We're sitting here, on poverty level trying to make ends meet because my husband's disabled and can't work, and they said it's because of high lead levels in his body that, deteriorates the bones and things. So, yeah, we're a little concerned about some of the health issues here.
Potentially thousands of others in the valley have suffered permanent damage from lead poisoning. Symptoms range from brain damage and severe learning difficulties to the deterioration of bones in the body. However, health problems in the area only begin with lead poisoning. The Shoshone County area ranks first in Idaho for cancers associated with arsenic poisoning, including cancers of the bladder, kidney, and colon.
We know that there's a lot of controversy and a lot of different ideas about how much human health impact there really is in these communities, and whether it's been a lot or more minimal, and whether there's a threat remaining, or whether it's really been taken care of.
The EPA has enforced house and yard cleaning remediation to reduce lead dust from more than 10,000 parts per million a decade ago to a range between 500 to 1,000 within minimal areas. Even though the decline in the number of cases appears dramatic, indications show that impacts may actually be far worse. Only 25% of the children in the region have been tested. But with enforced testing, body toxicity results may be alarming.
There's been over 5 generations of children that have been lead poisoned and also poisoned with other heavy metals that have never had any medical intervention or medical diagnosis other than blood screening here that they've been doing. My concern was what the health condition of these individuals are now as they grow up with no health intervention. I think it's an issue that is not being dealt with by any public agency or health agency, state, local, or federal government.